Hi guys, in this video we are going to deconstruct the game Frogger. So, this is an image of the original game, and Frogger consists in taking this frog that starts here at the bottom of the screen to these little houses on the top of the screen. So, the winning condition for each level is to fill all the houses on the top. So you need to take 5 frogs uh, until you reach these houses. But you lose every time the frog is hit by a car. If the frog touches the water, because the frogs can swim, so in order to reach the houses, you're gonna need to hop between the turtles and the logs until you reach the correct area. And you also have some other enemies in more advanced levels, like crocodiles and snakes. You have a snake that sometimes passes around on this area, and you can have crocodiles here on the water or even inside the houses that you are trying to reach. So the winning condition: taking 5 frogs to the top of the screen and filling all the houses. And when you finish each level, so like the game doesn't have a proper end once again. So when you finish each level, you start another level. The game starts again from the beginning, and exactly the same. You need to take the frog and fill the houses on the top, but you have more enemies, or the cars will be faster, more cars, less logs, or less turtles, stuff like that to make the game more difficult. Now, the losing condition: you start with 3 lives, and I think it's 3 lives. The original game, I think it has 3 lives, but I read that some guys changed the arcade game so you could have like 5 lives or 6, 9. I don't know, but I think the original one you only had 3 lives. So if you lose all 3 lives, you lose the game. And how can you lose a single life? So you can lose a single life if the frog is hit by a car, if the frog touches the water. So you cannot touch the water. That's why you need to hop between all these entities here. And if the frog is hit by a snake or a crocodile, or if the time runs out. You have 30 seconds to take the frog from the bottom to a house. If you let the time run out, you also lose a life. So that's the winning condition and the losing condition. Now, the main objective of a game, since it's an arcade game, the main objective is to get the highest score possible. How do you get a score? You have several ways. So each time the frog advances 1 step forward, you get 10 points. Also, when you reach when you take a frog to a house, you take 50 points. Now you have some other things like, okay, the remaining time also gives you points. I mean, each second of the remaining time, every time you get a frog to the house, the remaining time that you still had is converted to points. So each second is worth 20 points. Now, oh, you have another entity that's not here on the image. Let me show you here on the. This is a version, an online version of the game. You have another entity, which is a lady frog, that appears here on the logs sometimes. I'm just gonna wait for it to appear. And when you see the lady frog, you can carry the lady frog. The lady frog will just jump on your back, and you can carry it with you to the house, and it is worth 200 points. Also, you can see that sometimes a fly appears here on the houses, which is also this one, which is also worth 200 points. And if you can take all the frogs, you are rewarded with 1,000 points. And now I'm gonna lose. Yes. Okay, I lost because the time ran out. So I lost 1 life, and the frog started again from the beginning. So you can see that we have 5 lanes of traffic here. The cars are different, and each lane has different cars, different speeds, and a different amount of cars. This area is safer than all the other ones. The only thing that you need to be worried about is on higher levels. You have a snake that sometimes passes on this area, so you cannot stay in this area for long. Oh, you can see here, this is the lady frog that you can take with you. You see, now it's on your back, and then you can. The time ran out again. But yeah, you could see that was the lady frog that you could carry with you to the house to get more points. Also, you have 3 types of logs. So you have small logs, medium ones, and large ones. And you have the turtles. You have like these normal ones, and you have some other ones that from time to time they go under the water and they come back again. So you need to also be aware of that when you are trying to decide which turtles to use. And that's it. I think that's the main overview of the game. Let me see if I'm forgetting anything. No. Oh yeah, I was, because I ran out of time. And that's it. I mean, that's what we are going to implement. I mean, on the more advanced levels, you start having some other things that we don't have here. Let me see if this screenshot we have it. No, where do I have it? Oh, I have it here. This is a YouTube video of the original game from 1981. So you can see a snake. Snake passes on this area that you need to be aware about. You can see that we have a lot more cars than on the first levels. You can also see that we have crocodiles instead of logs, and the crocodiles you only lose when you touch the crocodile head, so you can jump on the crocodile's back. You can see that we have crocodiles also appearing on the houses. From time to time they appear and disappear. And you have less logs and less turtles, stuff like that. I don't know exactly why this is green here. I don't know exactly what's that. Oh, that's a frog. Sorry, I was aware that was a frog. You can also have a crocodile there, and that's it. I mean, for this implementation, what I'm thinking is recreating the first level, the most basic one. So maybe I'm not going to be worrying about the crocodile and the snake, at least at the beginning, and then we'll see if it's easy to implement and maybe add it later when we are developing the game. And that's it. This is an overview of the game. I can also show you in terms of the sprites that we need. So I got this list of sprites from the sprite resources. These are all the original sprites that we have. This is the layout of the game with the correct resolution and the size that we are going to need for the sprites. And I already started working also on the sprites that we need to create the background of the game and the frog. That's it. I mean, this is a really simple game in a way. So this is just for you guys to get an overview of what we are going to be implementing. And on the next video, we are going to start drawing the background and importing the frog, stuff like that. So I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.